Well, what a week it's been, racing fans. We've been all over the world. We're going to bring you some fantastic insights into what's been going on. But unfortunately, my partner in crime here, Paul, Mr. Paul, is not happy. Tottenham got done yesterday. How was that?
Shocking. The keeper, you can see why they call him Dracula. He's scared of crosses. So how they keep their keeper is beyond me.
He's the French national keeper, though, on the World Cup.
You know how good the French players must be then. Did you remember his cup final, World Cup final? He got caught trying to dribble. Boom, back of the net. Luckily, he's got a good team. He's way past his sell-by date. He's cost us so much this year, it's frightening. He's a good reactionary reflex keeper. But up there, Cinderella, he misses the ball. Don't you? He punches it out for a corner, man. He could have caught it. Throws it against the defender, and they get the winner. No, but I'll be seeing them at the new stadium, and if he gets within earshot, he'll hear from me.
Within earshot? Can you speak French?
Perfectly. I only have a few swear words. I'm getting them primed.
You're getting them ready.
Yeah.
Okay. But why not in the old stadium?
First game's this week, Wednesday.
Oh, is that so? You moved into the new stadium?
New stadium. Crystal Palace, Wednesday, the new stadium.
I feel sorry for Crystal
We've got
Palace.
7 games of our final. We've only got one tough one away, and that's obviously the league leaders. Well, they're not league leaders anymore. Man City.
Yeah, you'll beat them.
They beat Fulham 2-0. Man United beat Watford. They keep marching on. I think tonight Arsenal will win. Your boys will win. They should be too strong for Newcastle. Very good at home, Arsenal. Yeah. Chelsea, what was that? 84 minutes, they're 1-0 down to Cardiff, and they win 2-1.
I was watching it on the plane. It was live on the plane.
Live on the plane.
And we left when it was 1-0 up to Cardiff.
Cardiff got off the plane. We disembarked 1-0 to Cardiff. I got at the end of the queue, they'd lost 2-1.
That was shocking.
Jim, and you were right about the Bulls beating the Sharks again?
Yeah.
You were right. What is wrong with the Sharks? I didn't watch the game.
Apparently, they lost in the last couple of minutes. But a lot of games were lost in the last couple of minutes. Spurs.
Cardiff.
Cardiff. The Bulls, the Jaguares lost in the last minute.
I believe it was 3 minutes, 3 points.
Yeah,
I had the 2.5 spread.
They were winning.
Can you believe that?
Up till exactly the last couple of minutes. And then the Chiefs went over for a try, converted, over, game over. The Lions had a bye, and the rest of it was pretty much straightforward, wasn't it?
The Stormers, how did they go? I watched the Stormers.
Stormers got beaten, as we thought.
They're not a bad team, though. They just can't seem to put it together.
They got, I
don't know what it is.
I don't want to have a go at
very
the
good
coaching
players.
staff, but they've got the team, but they just seem to have no a real spark. You know, you get Delendi and running straight at everyone.
They've got great forwards. They've got great locks. They've got pacey loose forwards. They've got strong props. Wortel is a great player.
Pieter-Steph du Toit.
Pieter-Steph du Toit is a good player of the year. You know, it's a bit.
Khaleesi.
Yeah, Khaleesi. They got good players.
Captain.
Yeah. I don't know.
They get beaten at home. They're very, very unhappy about that. That's not what they expected.
Yeah.
But just on sport, Marc Marquez, my favorite bike rider, won the Argentine Grand Prix in a common canter.
Okay.
He's pretty good. And then Brad Binder ran 5th and then got demoted to 6th because he got a time penalty or something, so he was out of it.
What league is Binder in now?
He's the GP2.
Is that good?
Yeah. Oh yeah, MotoGP's Marc Marquez, and then GP2. And Brad Binder was a world champion in GP3 and moved up to GP2.
He's very good.
Learning his way. He's getting it all together and looks pretty good. But just Dubai, we're going to be chatting about that.
Yeah, we'll chat about it later. Fantastic, absolutely. I don't know how people haven't got that trip on their bucket list, Jim.
Well, all the newbies, and Ingrid joined us. She's a newbie. Just no one knew her. She didn't know anyone. She had a lovely time. And
the new cameraman?
Yeah, different class.
What's his name, the boy from Cape Town? Chase?
Chase, yeah.
Chase, leave beyond.
He was like a kid in a candy store.
Yeah, his first trip, he taking photographs for his people that he takes for.
Yeah.
No, it was very good. I met some very interesting people.
Well, the most interesting person we met, we were lucky to meet, was Ali Vance.
Fantastic. What a charming lady.
Charming. And she sat with us and chatted to us, fed her kid those waffles.
Yeah, those waffles. Jim, you know, it's amazing. She's an Oxford graduate. She's an Olympian. She rode at the Olympics.
Yeah.
She's very talented and very low-key. I was very impressed with Ellie.
Well, what's amazing is I love her show. We always watch the CNN, you know, the racing show on CNN.
Yes.
And when you sit and chat to her, you can see why she's such a good presenter. And at least I've got someone to aspire to now. I might not be as pretty as her,
yeah,
but at least I've got someone that I can now really...
There's not much in it, James.
Yeah,
but
not much in it.
A guy that I spent quite a bit of time with is a guy called Tamer Hassan. He's an actor from England. Real South London, sounds just like Ray Winston. He's done hundreds of movies. I didn't know him, but I saw him come in. You can see he looks like Banderas.
I thought he looked like Satish Seema.
Yeah, in a certain way, if a long distance, as Bette Midler would say, from a distance. But interesting man. When he spoke to me about acting and making films, now I couldn't get enough of him. They were a very interesting man. And how were the boys from Bromley, the youngsters?
They
Characters,
arrived, yeah.
Characters.
Ollie and the team.
Ollie and the team, yeah. Ollie was a bit green on race day, but the team. Ollie said to me, I can't make it, I'm sick. So I took him through to the jockey room.
Yeah.
They put him on a drip.
Yeah.
And he said, every jockey that come past him, he was lying there. Rod Moore said, "You all right, mate?" Oh.
So he had a great time.
Great time. Good to see Charlie Appleby and Derek. Derek Popard, very wonderful for him. He's been on our show.
Yeah.
They had a wonderful race day.
Wonderful, wonderful race day to shoe 3 of the winners.
Yes.
Put the shoes on in the morning, barefooters. I mean, they just revolutionized the game.
They really have.
And Derek, as usual, accommodating, fun
Fantastic
to be around.
person.
You know,
Fantastic.
The golf day was good.
Yeah, the golf day was a lot of fun till the heavens opened.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll talk about the golf day where we met the Winks partners.
Oh, yeah, the Winks, that was fantastic.
And Manny Gilligotis, he's a lovely guy, man.
Yeah.
Jeez, what a nice guy. So
it's all going to be on my blog, James. My blog will be on Lefty Racing. They're putting it, I think Gold Circle are going to run my blog from those days.
I'll put it on Twitter.
You put it on Twitter, so I'll have that. It'll be finalised today because I want to just add the last chapters. Yeah. But I think... the main hero in my blog is Gary Citron without the E.
Oh, I thought I might be the main hero, but I didn't make it this time.
You're one of the wingmen to Gary Citron without the E.
Gary Citroën. Citron without the E. Yeah,
that's him, yeah.
Gary Renault, what a character. Anyway, those libs, you can't get away from them. Shoot boot and electrocute them, they still get up for more. Let's go and see what we've got in 3 to follow. Greyville Polly. Have a look at this one. We normally pick horses that are first-timers or horses that you should be having a close look at. Well, this horse, Charlie McGreevy, named after my brother-in-law, he is some type of horse. Watch what happened to him. He should be able to win next time. I've never seen more go wrong in a race for a horse in this. Let's pick him up at the start. It was the 27th on the Polly track at Greyville.
Yeah, here's Charlie here. He doesn't get out. He gets head up in the air, squeezed. He had been heavily supported from 10 to 1 to 9 to 2. And on the inside, Noble Rock goes up to make the pace. He's in behind there, but they're still going to have the anxious moments, the guys who punted him, because he hits the rail. James, you'll see it coming up soon. He's beautifully placed, and suddenly he's out the back door.
Well, this is ridiculous because he missed the break a little. Mark Kahn got him into an absolutely perfect position on the fence, right up there, looking good. And suddenly,
there it is. There it is.
The horse in front of him actually did him. The horse in the blue and white colours. That jockey should get a very, very long holiday.
Yeah.
That was Kanya Sakai on Jumping Castle. Yeah, and that's the end of his chances, you would think. But now watch what Mark Kahn does. He comes out.
He's second last now after being last by a couple of lengths. He's in the white cap, if I can call it white. And James, you can see he knows that probably they've had a couple of rand on this horse. He's 4 wide and he's trying to straighten him up and get this horse into the race. And he all but wins it.
Well, you'll see what happens in the straight. He hits the front pretty easily. And Charlie McGreevy obviously can run. He's by Irish Flame out of a Jalad mare bred by the Royden Turners. And he'd had 1 run. He'd had a barrier trial, which wasn't bad, and he had 1 run. He turns into the straight. Mark Kahn's got the stick in the leg. Chase him up there.
Yeah, he comes through here, Jim, to at the front. As they level out, even the commentator says, and Charlie McGreevy's at the front. And bear in mind where he was, 4 lengths last. He switched out because something was falling out of the race, and he hangs tough. The winner is down the middle, which is Al Jackman, down the middle. Those Jeff's colours, Jeff Perkins' colours, and Cassius Colt comes on the outside. He tries to hang tough, this horse.
He really does hang in, you know. This was Cassius Colt flying on the outside, and Al Jackman keeps going. But this was a tremendous run. You know, when you look at a horse like that, you've got to believe next time this horse runs over 1900, he should be in the picture. We then move on to the Val on the 28th, and we picked up a first-timer of Andrew Fortune's, that Fortune team, Ashley and Andrew, and Nvidia. Got beaten by the stable companion, well beaten by it, but only got going towards the end. Let's pick him up at the start.
Yeah, this is runs in Mario Ferreira's colours, and it gets out 3 off the right, gets out well, it's up with the speed. It's in the vanguard most of the race. But the stablemate Dela Cruz is the winner. You know, Axios is showing pace, and Tree Tumbo, whatever its name is showing pace up the middle. And there it is with the white face. This is Nvidia, and I think it runs a very good race. The winner is coming through on the centre of the course.
Blue and white colours.
Blue and white colours.
But she's showing a lot of pace for a twice-over filly out of a parade leader mare. There's a lot of stamina in this pedigree. She's up there, right there with them. And then she drops out of it and looks like she's going to fall away tamely about here. But then really runs on well again, and to run second. And I thought the Claverflay Breda, I thought it was a very pleasing run indeed.
Yeah, you can see that. She's trying hard to line, and she shakes off the third horse on the outside to get after the stablemate Dela Cruz. So keep an eye on this one.
Right, and then we move up on to Val on the 26th of March, as we go back a couple of days, because obviously we're writing the show while we were in Dubai. 26th of March, Up Close and Personal. Sean Terry's runner by Captain Al, out of a Fort Wood mare called Smooch. I thought it was a great name, this Up Close and Personal, by Fort Wood, by Captain Al out of Smooch, Up Close and Personal. Great name, and a runner cracker. Let's go and pick him up at the start, at the Val. Time the straight.
Yeah, these are Chris Van Niekerk's colours, so they're very famous at the moment. This is Up Close and Personal. But the pace is on early in the race. Celestial Fire shows pace. All You Need Is Love. And the winner is a horse called True to Life, who flies up the outside. But the horse we found, you can see Chris's colours, probably 3 lengths off them in the middle to inside group, the blue. That is this horse, Up Close and Personal. For all intents and purposes, you think it's going to win, James?
Absolutely, because you look at the winner on the outside in Robin Bruss's colours, in the white and green, Pierce Stratham rode it. It's now within a length of it, a length and a half of Up Close and Personal. They move forward together, but the winner won extremely well. This is a very, very nice filly out of that very good Megla de Ora Mina Salon.
That's right.
And Up Close and Personal looks like she's going to win now. She's a bit green, she's running around, but this filly on the outside is running straight as an arrow. You can be with Up Close and Personal next time. I think that she'll be able to win next time. Remember, she had the headgear on, which probably the earmuffs. And just remember all the equipment, that is the same equipment and everything's right with her. And be with her. She's got to have a big chance. We're going to go and see where are they now. We've got a very interesting guest here.
Hi South Africa, Justin Henson here. I left South Africa in 2001 to join Patrick Shaw in Singapore, and then moved from there to Dubai, worked for Satish Seymour at Veal Stables until about 2.5 years ago. And I'm currently located in Victoria, Australia, working for Lindsay Park Racing with my family. Cheers.
If you've been involved in horse racing in South Africa but have either moved away, immigrated or retired, we want to hear from you. Send us a short 30-second video recording on WhatsApp and we'll flight it on the show. Clips can be sent to either James on 071 588 5769 or Paul on 083 779 1311. We look forward to hearing from you.
Well, keep these little clips coming through to us because Justin Henson, a great guy. We always see him in Dubai as an outrider there now, and he does a wonderful job, always catching horses.
I spent some time talking to him. He's in magnificent condition. He really looks well, and I'm very pleased to catch up with Justin.
Yeah, he was always a really nice guy and a bloody good jockey. You know, in his day, he was a really
good rider, strong.
Moved to Dubai, and he's made a life for himself there, and he's great. He's always hangs around. Mike comes around and says hello to all the South Africans. So, you know, they stick together, these guys, and thank you, Justin, for sending us that clip. And as we say, all you other Saffers out there, send us a clip. We'll put it on. Let's move on. We're going to see the plum of the week.
Coming down to the 300 metre, Master J just the leader, El Zara, and further back in the run, Double Games, Liquidity, Seascapes trying to get into the race. Master J, El Zara past the 200 from Double Games. Master J just the leader, El Zara on the inside, but it's Master J in front and now going on, and Master J will come home and win. The second position, High Voltage ran on for nowhere, and then El Zara, and further back, Double Games.
Well, you had to be within a bet to be with this one. 5-2 best you could have got. 2-1 at the death. It was started 14-10. He's a JPEG bred by our friend David Hepburn Brown at Hemel. He keeps breeding these ones, and this is quite a nice horse. His barrier trial last run he got beaten, but with Anton Marcus aboard it. He didn't forget to win here, and he looked like absolutely the right horse here. The second horse was Any Price. You know, they certainly backed him. Nice to see Glenn in town, and he's come here for the big season. We're looking forward to the big season. Let's go and take a break, and we'll be back with current affairs.
Hi, I'm Gary Peel, one of the co-founders and executive directors of Interbet. Interbet are the pioneers of online betting in South Africa, having started way back in the year 2000. Our mission is to continue to lead the pack in providing cutting-edge technology in the online horse racing and sports betting space. Our platform remains unique in the context of being a service provider to B2B and B2P. Our aim is to make the site as user-friendly and entertaining as possible, so it appeals to a wide spectrum of target audiences. We strive to provide as much information as possible and to give our punters the very best odds, so the experience is always interactive and enjoyable.
Hi, welcome to Current Affairs, and we've got stakes racing coming out of Turfentine. There's some very good races, very good horses were performing up there, and it was great to be able to watch them while we were in Dubai, Jim.
Yeah, it was a culmination of the Triple Crown,
Yes.
the Triple Tiara and the Triple Crown. And there's some superb results, some great disappointments, obviously, we'll get to them. But let's start off with the Pretty Polly Stakes. It's a grade 3. You don't often hear this man winning a graded stakes race, but he won it with this. He won it with a 15,000 Rand Patala Palace filly. And we're so thrilled for him. Is Romeo Francis. Ryan Munger rode it. Palace of Dreams beat the Hottie, and she won with a lot of credit, this filly. She's obviously...
James's Patala Palace is doing exceptionally well.
He's a very good stallion.
He's a very
he
good
produces
stallion.
nice horses,
Yes.
nice looking horses.
Didn't get all the chances,
Yeah.
and look at him today.
I bought in his first crop. I
That's
thought
right,
they
you
were
did, you
outstanding.
did.
Yeah, outstanding.
I didn't, and I'm starting to rue it. I think this is going to be a very good stallion.
Well, this filly had run second her first two starts. She got beaten by See My Vision last time. Well, she turned that round completely. So let's go and pick them up there at 800. Palace of Dreams in the red and black colours, Romeo Francis.
UR races at the back of the field as they get to the final 700 metres. Fly away the orange and white. See My Vision towards the outside rail. Gin Fizz right there. Sing for Ruffers in the light blue and purple. Then comes Me Time, Emerald Tiara, Palace of Dreams. What You Are still needs to get past them all as they now race down towards the final 500 metres. Gin Fizz right there. She's now just about taken over the lead. Fly away second. Sing for Ruffer. Then comes Palace of Dreams. See My Vision further back in the field. And then comes Me Time, Gin Fizz and Fly Away. Not much in it as they get to the final 200 metres. Gin Fizz to the outside. Flyaways on the far side, and Palace of Dreams coming out of the pack and is really laying it down. Palace of Dreams from near the back of the field coming at Gin Fizz. Palace of Dreams for Romeo Francis has won. Second goes to Gin Fizz. Emerald Tiara third.
Sure, that was a great performance, Jim. Romeo's horse came home flying, and as I say, Batala Palace, the runner-up, a soft falling rain, the new stallion starting to produce the goods.
Yeah, bred by Highlands, another cheap one. I know that they've got Mike Sharkey bred a very good filly. That didn't cost very much money either. We'll be seeing more of her later, but this is just shows you, unbelievable.
Won well.
You know, to go and buy a horse that costs 15,000 Rand and end up winning a Group 3, small trainer, big win, big
We've all
win.
got a chance. We're all in the Dream Factory, James. We've all got a chance.
Yeah. We move on to the Protea Stakes, which is the Group 3 for the Colts and Geldings, and obviously fillies could run in it as well, but it's the equivalent of the Pretty Polly. And this was another good race because the two horses had dead-heated last time. Frosted Gold and Twilight Moon had dead-heated last time. Well, they were out to do battle again. Let's go and pick them up at the 800.
Green Laser and Anatolia, they race towards the back of the field, and now Frosted Gold has picked up the lead, 650 metres out. Frosted Gold in front, Cavivar second. Ring of Fire, the black cap, races away in third. Then comes Twilight Moon, following Ring of Fire's every move. Look to the Sky was further back, and up the inside is Arapaho. They followed by Wamia now, 400 metres left to go. Frosted Gold, Ring of Fire, not much in it. Twilight Moon is up the inside, Cavivar further back. Then comes Wamia and Green Laser, Frosted Gold in front. He's seen off Ring of Fire, but now Twilight Moon is letting him know he's right there again. They renew their rivalry. Frosted Gold, Twilight Moon, nothing in it to gain. 50 metres out, but Twilight Moon in front now. Twilight Moon has beaten Frosted Gold. Third goes the way of Ring of Fire, and then came Green Laser.
Well, Wally Hall, you know, I was having a chat to Mark de Kock about Wally Hall, and he said it's going to be a very good stallion. And Jim had the pedigree, and the runner-up is Australian bred by All Too Hard, ran a good race. But this horse, Twilight Moon, looks very good, Jim.
Yeah, he's out of a Key Danzig Med, bred by Daytona, the Hamiltons, and so 20,000 he costs. So the two-year-old winners, stakes winners in Joburg, 15 and 20,000. For 35 grand, you could have bought two Group 3 winners. Well done to Paul Matchett.
Yeah, he's doing well.
He's doing really well with everything. I mean, he had a very good place later on in the day. He wasn't champion trainer in Zimbabwe for years for nothing. Him and Roy Magna, both champion trainers out of Zimbabwe, just shows you they know their game. And Twilight Moon got his revenge, and got his revenge very, very well by beating the Frosted Gold All Too Hard. But I think the All Too Hard needs more ground. You'll see he'll be much better over a bit more ground.
And possibly the winner.
Yeah, well, he's out of Keith Danzig, man, so maybe, you know, he's by a reduced choice stallion. Maybe they're throwing back to the speed. Right, we go on to the Man of War Sprint. It's a Group 3, and here we saw the re-emergence of a horse that laid down the gauntlet as a 2-year-old. He looked like a very good horse, lost his way, and this is what happens with horses. They sometimes lose their way, but they never lose their class. And this horse, Van Halen, has been a headache to Toby Spieth, but he ran 1st and 4th in the race, and well done to him.
Yeah, oratorio, isn't he, Jim?
Yeah, there's an oratorio. Funny enough, Basilius, the 4th horse, Patala Palace.
And the runner-up?
And the runner-up, Russian Prince. So the 2nd and 4th in here were horses that...
Place is crawling with people, James.
Yeah. Crawling with people. Okay, we're going to watch this race, and then we'll be back with you.
Carbon Atom and Old Man Time. There's not much ground between them as they head towards the final 600 meters. Benji towards the outside, Segoy, Russian Prince. Then comes Basilius. Topmost broke out well, now races 2 lengths off the leader. Further back to All at Once. Van Halen sneaks a little bit closer. Marty High needs a little bit of luck. She's looking for room. She's going inwards. Chimichurri Run tries to keep her in. Then comes further back to Carbon Atom and Old Man Time. 300 meters left to go. Russian Prince and Basilius, not much in it. Topmost was next. Then comes Marty Ha. Van Halen towards the outside is getting into the race as well, and Chimichurri Run is on the far side. Basilius, Van Halen finishing with a wet sail. Russian Prince right there, but it's Van Halen in front, and Van Halen has come back to best. Russian Prince 2nd, Chimichurri Run 3rd, and then came Basilius.
Van Halen's back, and good to see a Group 1 winner as a young horse. And again, seeing the new stallions, Patala Palace, come through. Very good, Jim?
Yeah, it was a very good race, very close. And I thought that Dennis Schwartz rode a very good race on this horse to get him up to win.
Good young rider.
Yeah, very good young rider. Right, the next one we move on to, I know it's not the, I think it's the 9th race, is it? Or the 6th race.
6th race.
Do we have the Horse Chestnut now? Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Horse Chestnut.
Let's go to the Horse Chestnut Stakes. And that was the mile where we get a very good idea who might be the up-and-comers. We thought that the old horse might be able to do it. He was up a lot closer than I think he likes to be. You know, Legal Eagle likes to come from off there. Yeah. And he was up fighting it up, but there was no pace on. And the winner and the 2nd came from up there. Let's go and pick him up at the start.
Pretty Border and Blossom will need to switch it on from the back of the field as they start to stack up. Only 7 lengths between them at the top of the straight in the 2019 Wilgeborst Drift South African Oaks. Seville Orange brought them into the home straight. Return Flight is right there. Bees improved. That now races away in 3rd. 2nd Request. Then comes Chitango. Red Owl was further back. Blossom still needs to quicken from the back of the field. They got 4:50 left to go. Return Flight went on to the attack. Seville Orange tries to fend her off. Then comes Chitango. Bees was further back. 2nd Request, but Return Flight has hit the front in the SA Oaks. 2nd place, Seville Orange. Blossom up the inside, starts to realize what to do. Pretty Border and Bees on next. Return Flight in front. Blossom tries to have a go, but clear the runway. Return Flight stays every inch. Return Flight beat Blossom. 3rd.
Yeah, there we go. That was the 7th race, the 3rd leg of the Triple Crown. And another tick in the Pomodoro box. Return Flight's a very good filly. I watched the race from the beginning. We didn't catch that from the beginning, but Blossom made up a lot of ground.
Yeah, she ran a cracking good race, Blossom, the Silvano, out of the Triple Crown winner, Cherry on the top.
That's right.
But take nothing away from Return Flight. Pomodoro, she was the 20 grand of the Mike Clarkie bred out of a special preview mare.
Wow, she's very good.
She won a really good race, and Anton Marcus said to me at the airport that he was sorry he missed her, because he said he could have ended up with a ride on her.
Yeah.
But he said he had to go for the big one. They went to Dubai to go and do their best, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So
let's
I'm not sure what we're going to get next.
I think we're going to get
Caradoc Gold Cup probably next.
Or the Horse Chestnut. Whichever one comes up, we'll talk about it.
Okay, well, let's go to the next one. I think it's the Caradoc Gold Cup, but let's go and pick them up.
I'm hoping for the Horse Chestnut.
Okay, let's see.
Comes Wondrous Climber, Horseplay and Turzan. I think Let It Rain has done its dash. I think it shot its bolt at the top of the straight. 700 metres left to go. Walter Smoothie, Woodlands Forest are right there to put on pressure. Then comes Sunshine Silk. They followed by Odd Rob, Wondrous Climber in the blue and red colours. Further back to Turzan, and Horseplay is under a ride now with 500 metres left to go. Walter Smoothie picked up the lead. Woodlands Forest tries to match him. Then comes Sunshine Silk. Odd Rob was further back. Then comes Turzan. Wondrous Climber got his work cut out. 300 metres left to go. Walter Smoothie and Sunshine Silk. Both of them can be hard to peg back. Walter Smoothie with a length. Sunshine Silk, though, draws alongside, and the two of them go clear of the chasing pack. Turzan is third. Sunshine Silk, Walter Smoothie. Sunshine Silk, though, has the edge, and Sunshine Silk will run away and win it. Sunshine Silk beat Walter Smoothie. Third goes to Turzan. Then came Odd Rob.
Well, there we go. Jeff Woodruff, hard to keep a good man down. A very good race. Pedigree's horse put up a great battle, Walter Smoothie.
Gave it 5.5 kilos, gave
Yes.
the winner.
Yeah.
And Sunshine Silk, the Silvana filly, she's been a model of consistency. If you look at her form, it's ridiculous. She's, you know, 19 wins, 4 seconds, 5 wins now, 4 seconds, 6 thirds, 2 fourths.
Yes.
She's always there.
Yes.
She was bought from Gold Star Stud, out of a mare called Vanilla Silk by Al Mufti. The Devashandas own her. And she just was in the right race at the right place, beautifully prepped for the race.
Yes.
53 on her back. Got, as I say, chunks from Walter Smoothie. He's a real good stayer, Walter Smoothie.
Yes,
he
he's a good
fights
stayer.
on.
Diego timed it right, but the better horse came through.
He's by Beirut. So
I see Humble Heroes also in third. Turzan.
Turzan, the Humble Heroes horse. He's a nice stayer too. 7th Rock. He gets a trip out of a Silvana mare. That just shows you the pedigree is what tells you the picture. We'll be talking about pedigrees later on. Right, thinking we're going to move to our 2 Group 1s now, and the first one is the Horse Chestnut, the HF Oppenheimer Horse Chestnut Stakes. Let's go and pick them up at the start.
And they racing in the 2019 HF Oppenheimer Horse Chestnut, and Al Yassar blew the start. Will Pays 2 lengths slow. Socrat got out in front. He's the early leader. Cascapedia right there. Cirillo and Legal Eagle. It's a mad scramble up front. Socrat had to work. He's in front though. Second place Cascapedia, Legal Eagle. Then comes Cirillo, who's 3 wide on the outside and looking to move closer to the lead. Then comes Aldanza. She races away in 5th. Unagi's in 6th place. And then comes Tilbury 40. Finds himself just behind midfield. Will Pays was further back after a slow start. He's 3/4 of the way back. Zouave has switched off. Then comes Dusra and Al Yassar is racing at the back of the field, and there's 900 metres left to go, and Cirillo's in front. He's cleared away by a length and a half. Socrat drops into second. Legal Eagle is right next to him, and the 2 stars have nothing between them. Then comes Cascapedia. The yellow blinkers racing away in 4th. Aldanza was next. Tilbury 4th, the yellow sleeves and cap. Then comes Unagi. Will Pays and Zouave, they travel together. They're about 6 or 7 lengths off the leader. Al Yassar and Dusra are the last 2. Cirillo's in front. Legal Eagle and Socrat, though, range up alongside. Then comes Aldanza. Cascapedia, the yellow blinkers. Unagi further back, and Tilbury 4th. 350 left to go. Socrat comes forward to put on pressure. Cirillo and Legal Eagle are right there. Then comes Cascapedia. Unagi further back. Cirillo's running his socks off. Socrat's up the inside, is not far off. Then comes Legal Eagle. Cirillo, Socrat. Socrat forges to the front. The big gun is back, and Socrat has proven himself as the best around right now. Socrat's beaten Cirillo. Then came Unagi. He ran a cracker in 3rd, and Casca.
Yeah, very good win. You know, he's a top horse, this James. Great miler.
Yeah, he's shown it. You know, he's got touched off last time, obviously prepping in the Hawaii. Zouave beat him. He beat him properly this time. And he went and made it himself. So the very clever ride by Randall Simons. Because I think they realized there was no pace in the race. Cirillo was right up there. And nothing else got a blow, basically, at the 2 of them. The 2 3-year-olds turned in the straight 1st and 2nd and ran 1st and 2nd.
Cirillo's a Pomodoro, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a Pomodoro. He ran a cracking good
well.
race. Riverton bred him. And this is an epaulet out of, who's the name there? Bred by Shadwell. They bred the horse and own him. And for a very frustrating day for Mike de Kock. I mean, the team, Mike and his team, had a really frustrating day. Nice to be able to win with this. They ended up having 3 winners on the day, so you know it wasn't so bad, but it could have been much, much better. Because then we obviously move on to race 9, I think it was, as the S8, race 8, S8 Derby. And this was the 3rd leg of the Triple Crown.
It was spoiled by the horse, the favourite going through the fence, you know, Hawam, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
the Hawam.
He backed through the fence apparently in the parade ring.
Michael said the jock or somebody kept the horse back because we were getting a little uptight, so they wanted to relax it. And then the horse came past and it got a spook and it went through the fence and they had to take it out. The horse is fine, Mike told me.
Yeah.
And he'll be back, so well done to him. But unfortunately, the banker was gone. Everyone's pick six.
Well, the race lost its gloss, let's
Yes,
put
yeah.
it that way. At the end of the day, the most deserving owners in the business, the Potgieter's for Waiha Mowing, they've stuck with him through thick and thin, and they ended up winning it with an Ideal World out of Casey Tibbs' mare. Himmel and Arda bred it again.
Ideal World's a very good
So David
stallion.
had a great day, and let's go and pick them up at the start. We'll go and see Samurai Warrior winning the SA Derby.
Gates crash open, and they racing away. Gift for the Gap and Master Magic were the slowest to begin. Zilzal, first one to break. Atjar right there. Samurai Warrior around them, also looking for a prominent position. Three of them fight out the lead. Then comes Owl in the Tree at the outside of Arlington's Revenge. Further back two, marching on together. Master Magic finds himself midfield and he's racing about 6 lengths off the leader. Samurai Warrior won the battle for the lead. Then comes Zanaki, followed by Senor Lizard. Last of the legend, Gift for the Gap. They the next two, and Duke of Spin races at the back of the field. There are a few different races going on as they got onto the back straight. 1900 meters left to go. Samurai Warrior is in front by 2 lengths. At Job races away in second. Then a further 2 lengths away to Owl in the Trees, trying to get a little bit closer. Zanaki was further back, and then comes Zilzal, the yellow body and the blue cap, sharing that third position. Marching on together, and Arlington's Revenge, they the next two. Master Magic, green sleeves and cap, followed further back by Senor Lizard. Last of the legend, Gift for the Gap, they next best, and Duke of Spin contempt to race at the back of the field. South African Derby field took the corner turn. They went past the 1400, and Samurai Warrior is in front. He's got a 2-length advantage. At Yarb right there in second. Owl in the Tree is at the outside of Zilzar. They're racing about 4 lengths off the leader. Then comes marching on together, and Arlington's Revenge. They in 5th and 6th place. Zanaki, Master Magic. There's been not much change in the order from the moment they started. Last of the legend at the outside of Senor Lizard. Then comes Duke of Spin. He's gone past Gift of the Gap, who now races at the back of the field. 1,000 meters left to go, and they've just about slowed it down to a canter. Samurai Warrior is in front. Atjar been right there throughout. He's a length and a half behind. Owl in the Tree is at the outside of Zilzal. Then comes Arlington's Revenge, followed by marching on together. Zanaki midfield. He's about 6 or 7 lengths off the leader. Last of the legend. Then comes Master Magic, Senor Lizard, Gift for the Gap, and Duke of Spin. They inline for home. 600 meters left to go. Samurai Warrior is in the lead. Atjar's been asked a few questions. Zilzal's going really well in the yellow sleeves and the blue cap. Marching on together. Owl in the Tree, they further back, and there's some that are not getting into it. Samurai Warrior is in front. He's got a 1-length advantage. Zilzal races away in second. Then comes marching on together. At Job trying to launch together. Still Samurai Warrior over Zilzal. Marching on together to the outside. At Job still whacking away with 150 left to go. Marching on together. Comes up to Samurai Warrior. At Job couldn't get through that door, but Samurai Warrior finds extra. Samurai Warrior under a straighter. Masterclass has won it. Samurai Warrior from Zilzal marching on together. Then came At Job, the 4 of them, not much between.
Well, there we go. What a great race. That was Stratham at his best. He slowed it down, let them come in him, and as he got challenged, he's moved his horse over to march them together. He's very good.
Very, very best.
A superb ride at his best. A great run by the Durban horse, James, going up there for this trip.
Yeah.
And
Fork.
marching on together, the Leeds soccer song.
Yeah.
And well done. That was good. And Zilzal, well-bred horse, fought hard too.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's the race, and that was the gloss on the race. Magic Millions, we've got the sales getting ready for June. That's where we've got to get ready for.
Get ready for June. Horses to be bought with their graduates this week.
Yeah, well, we'll get to have a look and see at a later stage. But let's get back and with your call. Well, we're lucky enough to be able to bring you all the stories from the Dubai World Cup, and we've got 20 minutes to do it in. We're going to show you 6 of the races from the 9 races, and obviously we're going to kick off with the Dubai Gold Cup. It's a race Mike's been desperate to win. He'd really like to win at the Dubai Gold Cup. Never had the horses. This year, Marineresco, they took their chances, and he looked superb. I mean,
he ran a very good race,
best.
very good ride.
Yeah.
The word that got back to me was he didn't quite see it out.
Yeah, and on top of that, he ran that, not that far behind, also won the Melbourne Cup, you know.
Yeah.
That's pretty damn good.
Pretty good, yeah.
But really, really good ride. Let's go and pick him up at the start. Cross Counter, the winner for Godolphin.
They're racing in the Dubai Gold Cup and a fairly even start, although Team Talk was a little bit tardy and went back to the rear of the field. Prince of Arran away very quickly, along with Red Galileo. Marineresco a little keen over on the fence. Call the Wind was next, and Cross Counter moves up on the outside going forward from Sharp Polo. Next of all is Ispolini, the white Godolphin colours, or the white cap on the Godolphin colours. Platinum Warrior down on the inside, going up deep at Team Talk, and between horses Gold Mount. Down the straight they come the first time in front of the massive crowd here on Dubai World Cup Night 2019. And the front runner, Red Galileo, bowls along by a half length over Prince of Arran. Getting across to be in third position with cover is Cross Counter. Marineresco down on the fence, followed by Call the Wind. Next of all then is Team Talk sliding a little wider. They were followed by Sharp Polo. Down on the fence is Ispolini, then came Gold Mount. And back at the tail of the field is Platinum Warrior. They go by the Maidana Hotel, and the front runner is Red Galileo, about to leave the straight and shows out by a length over Prince of Arran, moving closer. Team Talk the outside. Next then is the Melbourne Cup winner Cross Counter, has been given beautiful cover over towards the fence now. Next of all is Call the Wind, the outsider Marineresco. Getting back in the field with Sharp Polo, followed by Ispolini. Towards the tail is Gold Mountain. Last of all is Platinum Warrior. The first 400 metres was 27.17 as they raced into the back straight. 1,800 metres left to go in the Gold Cup, and Red Galileo shows the way for Pat Cosgrave. Prince of Arran been given a lovely ride by Murphy in second. Up on the outside, Team Talk, Cross Counter. Next then is Call the Wind in the white with the green band. Marineresco down on the fence, followed by Sharp Polo. Then came Ispolini, who's just slightly crowded away from Gold Mountain. Back at the tail is Platinum Warrior. They go down by the final 1,200 metres, and still the front runner, Red Galileo. There's been absolutely no change in the order. Red Galileo's had a nice lead, led by a length and a quarter, Prince of Arran. Next is Cross Counter. Over on the outside, Team Talk. Next, Call the Wind, followed by Marineresco. Then came Ispolini, looking to improve, but shuffled between horses from Sharp Polo. Gold Mount the outside, and Platinum Warrior. They're more compact now as they come down the side, and up on the outside, Prince of Arran goes to eyeball Red Galileo. Cross Counter travelling strongly in third. Marineresco not done with Ispolini's got a lovely run up on the inside, needs an out now. They were followed by Call the Wind, Sharp Polo, Platinum Warrior, then Gold Mountain, a gap away to Team Talk, but they turn for home, and Ispolini's got a beautiful run up on the inside. Races alongside a Cross Counter, and they're broken away. 5 lengths then to Call the Wind. Marineresco followed by Gold Mountain. Inside the 300 metres is Ispolini, and Cross Counter with 4 lengths to Call the Wind. Cross Counter over on the outside. Ispolini tries to left. Gold Cross Counter in front. Ispolini can't go with it in the late stages, and the Melbourne Cup winner is now the Dubai Gold Cup winner. It is Cross Counter drawing clear to win by a length and a quarter over Ispolini.
Well, there you go. Cross Counter by Teofilio. He won the Dubai, Melbourne Cup. Came back here, won the Melbourne Cup from last. Doddled this. He's obviously a champion.
Did you have him in the filming of it when you did the couple of weeks ago? You went around the stable. Do you remember?
No, he wasn't in the.
He wasn't there.
No, he wasn't in the film.
He's a great horse.
Ispolini by Dubawi.
Yes.
Ran second. So it was a triumph for Charlie and Derek Popard and the team.
Fantastic.
First and second.
Fantastic.
I thought we ran cracking. I thought we ran a really good race.
Me too. I thought it was a very good race. The horse looked well. You remember, nice to see Candace come out with Connor and of course Mark van Deventer, of course Marsh and Corin were there.
Yeah.
So it was great. The support was there. Big South African flag. Jill Mostert and Phil Georgia got interviewed on the air. It was a great plug. We were there to support our horses.
Absolutely, and I thought it was a pretty good run when you think of real world-class stayers. Red Galileo and Prince of Arran turned into the straight in front of us.
Yeah.
We ran right past them.
Absolutely.
So, you know, he ran fifth. He earned his stakes, and there's
$45,000.
more dancers for him, don't worry.
$600,000.
Yeah, more dancers for him, don't worry.
Yeah.
Marinaresco, the little horse, ran cracking good race. Right, let's go and see the Alcor Sprint, and this was the Triumph for Blue Point.
This is good horse.
This is a top racehorse. Watch this horse win. He puts away the Americans. The Americans are the best sprinters in the world. He puts them away. The Australians never ran close. Let's go and see what happens.
Racing in the Elquos, XTR was a little bit slowly out, along with also Mazzini. Firing away quickly is Belvoir Bay and Caribou Club. Sansamali and also Stormy Liberal right there. The right man isn't too far away. Brave Smash, Blue Point together. Blue Point getting a little keen. XTR just behind it. Illustrious Lad, then Vidora. They were followed by Wishful Thinker. And getting a little way back in the field now was Mazzini. Is going to be back with the tail of the field along with Lost Treasure. 600 metres to go, and Belvoir Bay will bring them onto the course proper over Sansamali. Stormy Liberal, Brave Smash tracking into it nicely. Blue Point is alongside of it. Illustrious Lad, XDR, Caribou Club, the mare Vidora making ground behind them. The leader is Belvoir Bay. Sansamali, Blue Point hasn't been let off the leash yet. It comes hard on the outside. Stormy Liberal, Brave Smash and Vidora behind them. The front runner Belvoir Bay. Now Blue Point up on the outside levels. It's Blue Point going to Belvoir Bay, who fights hard. Blue Point put his nose in front, and this is the champion sprinter. It is Blue Point racing away by a length over Belvoir Bay. Then Stormy Liberal. They were followed by...
Well, there you go. Second and third to Peter Miller, the American champion. He was unlucky in that Roy H was scratched from the next race, which was the Dirt. And that was won by XY Jet, who had run second and second his last twice here, 2016, 2018, run second. And no real interest for us, but he's a great little grey horse, 7-year-old. My goodness, can he run? He scooted off to the front and won a good race. But Blue Point, best sprinter around, and we're looking forward to seeing him back in Europe. Yeah. And I think he'll make a stallion. He's a beautiful-looking horse.
He's got everything.
Just a beauty. He's by Shamadal.
Charlie Appleby again.
Yeah, Charlie Appleby and the team. That was the second of their winners. Don't worry, more to come. Let's go and watch the UAE Derby, which is a very interesting race because the Americans slated it on TDN. They say that it's not a good race. The horse that won it shouldn't be getting in the Kentucky Derby. Good luck to Brandon Walsh, who's the guy who was a work rider in Dubai.
That's right.
He trained this horse. He decided to come over for the UAE Derby so that he could qualify for the Kentucky Derby, because you get maximum points for winning this race. So let's go and pick up the winner of the UAE Derby. It was a substandard field. There's no doubt about that, but the Americans on the dirt, very hard to beat.
They're racing. Van Beethoven was slowly into stride, and also Golden Jaguar was on the back foot as they let the gates release. Swift Rose and also Stubbins coming across from wide draws, and Walking Thunder is going to hold up over on the inside, and Divine Image forward as well. Coming across Superior, getting into a good spot as they leave the straight. Mangusi goes up very wide on the track. Placoup Parfait over on the fence. Then Grey Magician. Jabath is over on the inside. Out deep and going up wider is Rosina, then Dermalouve. Down on the inside and locked away as they go to the back straight is Golden Jaguar, Al Hayat, and Van Beethoven on a wide trip was back at the rear. 25.83 the leaders. They run their way down the back, and Swift Rose leads the Derby field. Second is Stubbins, the outside. Mangusi 3 wide. Between horses Divine Image, and over on the inside Walking Thunder. Next is Superior, allowed to stride a little closer. Placoup Parfait down on the fence ahead of Jabath, who's got off the rails. Then Rosina, Grey Magician, followed by Dermalouve. Van Beethoven trying to improve, but out very wide. Golden Jaguar is over on the fence, and Al Hayat is under pressure. Down before the bend they come. Swift Rose is the leader. as they come to the final 650. It is Swift Rose leading over Stubbins on the outside. Manguzzi's had a wide trip, beginning to fiddle a little bit. They were followed by Walking Thunder. Divine Image is gone. Blacou Parfait looking to get into the clear. Next of all then is Superior, and out wider on the track is Grey Magician, but they turn in, and Manguzzi still comes on strong. Manguzzi up on the outside, goes the front over Swift Rose, Stubbins. Now down the outside, Grey Magician and Blacou Parfait over on the inside. Manguzzi joined by Grey Magician. Blacou Parfait is finishing hard along the inside. Blacou Parfait went to the front. Grey Magician went with it. Blacou Parfait in front, and Blacou Parfait takes it out. Blacou Parfait takes out the Derby, wins it over Grey Magician, and Manguzzi a gap off to Dermot.
Well, there you go. He gets into the Kentucky Derby. The second horse was Grey Magician. He gets points as well. And neither of them were on the scale coming to this race. In fact, this horse had been well beaten in 2 Group 3s in America, getting ready for the Kentucky Derby. So this guy, you take your hat off to him, Brandon Walsh. He got the horse ready. He's now in the Kentucky Derby, got all his guys happy. They're ready to go.
He can ride, eh? These brothers.
Jose Ortiz is his name. He rode 2 winners in a row. He rode XY Jet and he rode this. My goodness, this kid can ride.
Yeah.
And very nice kid, very humble, lovely to watch him ride. We then go on to the last 3, the big 3 of the day, the Dubai Turf, which was one of the best fields ever assembled in Dubai for the turf race. I mean, this was a power field. Let's go and pick them up at the start.
Gates are back and they're racing in the Dubai Turf. I Can Fly was the last to leave. Southern Legend away quickly over on the inside of Almond Eye, and Dream Castle driving through. Century Dream goes up on the outside. Without Parole and Wooten are going to go forward as well, and now Mountain Hunter with the red cap is driving up there. Lemaire just took a hold with Almond Eye to drop back into around about 7th position. Vivlos over on the inside. Lord Glitters next from Majestic Mambro. Then came Deirdre, a length and a half to I Can Fly, and back at the tail is Yulong Prince. Down the back they go. 24.47 was the lead, and Century Dream takes over and races out by 3 lengths. It's Century Dream over Without Parole. Dream Castle down on the inside. Wooden out 3 wide. Between horses is Mountain Hunter. 2 lengths away in the field then to Almond Eye and Vivlos. Almond Eye is 3 wide. Southern Legends over on the fence, followed then by, as they turn down the side, Lord Glitters, Majestic Mambo. Deirdre is strung up between horses. Next of all then, as they come to the top of the straight, Yulong Prince, and just ahead of it is I Can Fly. Top of the straight they come, and the leader as they turn in is Century Dream. Shows out by a length and a half. Over Without Parole as they turn in. Wooden up on the outside, Dream Castle. Almond Eye with a shadow roll comes out to the middle of the track, and trying to track it is Lord Glitters. They go to the final 300 metres. Century Dream in front, but here she comes. Almond Eye out in the middle. Quickly raced up, went to the front. Running on hard is Vivlos between horses. Almond Eye in front. Vivlos is down the outside with Lord Glitters, but it's Almond Eye well clear. Vivlos tries to get there. The Japanese knew it. The world suspected it. Tonight she confirms it. Almond Eye is an equine masterpiece and wins by a length.
Well, she's a champion. This mare, we went to see her. She didn't disappoint. She's beautifully bred too. Her 3rd dam is a 3/4 sister to El Grand Senior and Try My Best. So she got a pedigree.
I looked at her work, James, the other day. She worked like 1,000 on the grass.
Yeah.
422 and change.
4
days out.
5th grade 1 in a row. And we met a trainer at the golf, Sakai Kunida. He's a very nice chap. Really, what a champion. She's going to go to the Arc. Keep a close look on her. She's a bull of a mare. Filly, in
James,
fact.
the domination of the fillies at the moment, with the Winx is enabled, Black Caviar, her, they're amazing, the fillies at the moment.
Yeah.
Eh?
Well, let's go now have a look at the Dubai Shima Classic, which is always a good race over 2-4. It was a small field, but quality field. And this was the 3rd one for Charlie Appleby and Derek Popard and the team. It was unbelievable. Let's go and pick them up.
Gates are back and they're racing. Desert Encounter missed the start and will slide across the back of the field. Magic Won the filly commenced beautifully. Went to the lead early on from a Hunting Horn, and Raider Oro up on the outside. Racing History just off them. Old Persian might get the beautiful run. Leaders back here. They will follow then by Suave Richard as they leave the straight. Over to its inside is Chevelle Grand, and Tillings away last of all. Desert Encounter as they work their way up the side. Raider Oro for Christophe Lemaire is going to take the front as they work up by the final 2,000 metres. It is Raider Oro in 26.75 showing the way. Over Magic Wand in second. Over on the fence is Old Persian travelling well, and to its outside is Hunting Horn. A length and a half then to Chevelle Grand, who's locked away down on the inside of Racing History. Tillings away to Suave Richard in the clear, and Tillings away to Desert Encounter, who's back at the rear of the field. Down the back they go in the Shima Classic, and allowed to stride. Raider Oro shows out by Tillings. Over Magic Wand in second. Down on the fence Old Persian. Hunting Horn covers it as they run their way by the final 1,300 metres. Next of all down on the fence is Chevelle Grand. Next is Racing History, the white cap, then Suave Richard, and locked away over on the inside is Desert Encounter. They're about to turn off the back now, and down the side they'll commence to run with Raider Oro dictating the speed as they go by the 1,000. Magic Wand in second position, edging a little closer. Old Persian over on the rails from a Hunting Horn, then Chevelle Grand down on the inside of Racing History. Desert Encounter and Suave Richard back at the rear, 8.5 lengths from the leader, which is Raider Oro. Raider Oro not let off the chain yet as they come to the top of the straight. 600 metres to go is still the leader. Magic Won the filly gets a little closer. Old Persian badly needs a run. Outside of it is Hunting Horn. Now Old Persian pushes Hunting Horn out of the way. Beginning to run on Chevelle Grand down in the middle of the track, followed by Racing History. Magic Won went to a narrow lead, but Old Persian pounced on it. 280 metres to go. Chevelle Grand is down the outside. Suave Richard gets out late. It is Old Persian racing to the front. Suave Richard, Chevelle Grand is trying to get there. Old Persian in front. It's well clear over Chevelle Grand, and Old Persian takes it out. Old Persian way too good in the Shima Classic, wins by a length and a half. Second in Chevelle Grand, third Suave Richard.
Right, well, there's Old Persian, the son of Dabawi, out of the family of Miesk. Okay,
the influence is incredible.
The horse that ran second, Cheval de Gaulle, is the Japanese horse. He won the Japan Cup last year, the year before Almond Eye. So he's pretty damn good as well. I mean, what a race. But third winner for Charlie and the team, as you know, the Barefoot team.
Day.
Yeah,
great
wonderful,
day.
fantastic
Wonderful horses.
for them. And they also won the Lincoln Handicap on the day. Charlie did. Yeah. Charlie Appleby. And the team, Godolphin team, must be thrilled because they bred the winner of the Beholder, Group 1, at Santa Anita on the same day, later on in the evening. I watched it at home when I got home. So they had a fantastic day. But then the day was only, the cherry on the top was Thunder Snow. And we're going to watch this and marvel at the brilliance of Christophe Soumillon in the saddle to get up to win this. Let's go and watch him win a second year in a row. Never been done by any horse in the Dubai World Cup.
Ready to go, gates are back. They're racing in the Dubai World Cup. North America flew out, went straight to the front. Second, Gronkowski, Thunder Snow wants the front. Capizano holding up over on the inside. New Trails was next, Audible, followed by Axelrod, then Yoshida. Dolkong was up on the outside. Tillings off to Pavel, who'll be third from last with Seeking the Soul, and Gunnavera from the inside pole went right back to the rear. North America, the leader over Thunder Snow as they leave the straight. Capizano needs a little bit more room over on the fence. It's reefing and tearing against the rider. Up on the outside is Gronkowski as they go to the back from New Trail. Then came Audible. A length away in the field is Dolkong, just ahead of Dolkong. In actual fact was Axelrod. Audible's back on the fence. Then came Pavel, Yoshida, Seeking the Soul, and Gunnavera sees them all. Down the back, 28.68 was the first 400 metres. North America is the front runner. Moving up on the outside to tackle it now is Gronkowski. Thunder Snow is between horses as they're about to turn off the back. Capizano down on the rails ahead of New Trails. 2 lengths away in the field, then to Axelrod feeling the pinch. Pavel takes off. Yoshida was next of all, then Audible seeking the soul. About to make a long run from the back with Gunavera, and Dolkong's back at the rear. Top of the straight, and Gronkowski is pouring on the pressure to North America, still travelling okay. Thunder Snow is sweating on them. 3 lengths away then to Pavel around the outside of that. Next of all then New Trails. They were followed by Capizano, but Gronkowski went to the lead. Thunder Snow out in the middle. North America down on the fence. Pavel from a long way back. Gronkowski the front runner, 250 metres to go. Thunder Snow on the outside, levelling up. Down the outside, Gunavera and Pavel. Thunder Snow going after Gronkowski. Thunder Snow reaches the front. Gronkowski fights hard. Thunder Snow, Gronkowski. Thunder Snow on the outside. Nose in front is double Thunder. Dambua Thunder with Thunder Snow getting in a nose to Gronkowski. Close up behind them is Gunavera. They were followed by Audible, who flew home with Pavel and close.
Well, we've seen some fantastic finishes in the World Cup, and that goes up with them. You know, you remember our horse, our South African horse that Kevin Shea got beaten on. And you got a feel for the second horse. Brilliant, brilliant run. This filly, this horse Thunder Snow, he's won £12 million in stakes. He's the second highest stake earner in the Northern Hemisphere or whatever. I mean, it's an amazing record. But the dam is what's more important. She's by Dubai Destination. Yeah. And she's had 5 foals, 5 stakes winners.
Wow, what a mare.
We know what she's the family of? Balanchine.
Oh, that started the dynasty. Eh? So they're stuck to their families, these guys. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Wonderful, Godolphin. Wonderful for Sheikh Mohammed. You know, we love going there, and I must say it's a credit to them the way they run this race meeting.
It's fantastic.
And we all have a good time and see some great horses.
You have a great week, isn't it? I mean, it culminates with a great day, and then they put Gwen Stefani on for you. So it's just really good. Yeah,
I was pleased about Gwen Stefani. We're out of time. We'll be back next week with another fun-filled show. Enjoy. And watch these replays again. They are well worth watching. Great fun. Till next week, have a great week's racing.